Okay, students, hang on. There are a lot of moving parts on this one, and I'm going to be jumping back and forth between a few screens. So here we have the application which uses the collection through an interface, and the collection in this example is going to be a stack, and that stack is well managed in another class called the postfix evaluator. And so here we declare some variables in main, expression again, and an int result. We declare a new scanner and we initialize it or connect it to the keyboard. And then we've got this do while loop, and we're just going to do it until the user opts out. So new postfix evaluator called evaluator, call the constructor. We prompt the user to enter a valid postfix expression, one token at a time, space between each token. Each token must be an integer or an operator. Okay, and then we use next line, and we move the entire postfix expression, no pun intended, into this string expression. And then we call the evaluator object, calls the evaluate method, and we pass expression to it. And the result is returned to result. So that's really all the postfix tester program does. Now let's get into the postfix evaluator. We've got a new stack of integers. Okay, notice we are importing java.util.stack. That enables us to use the constructor for stacks. So then we've got the evaluate method, which takes a string, and in this case we pass the entire string, the entire postfix expression to this evaluate. A couple local variables, op1, op2 are integers, a result equals 0. We got a string named token, and we've got a new scanner named parser, and we're using that string as the source for that scanner. So while has next, while it can get the next token, okay, while there's still something left in the string, token equals parser.next. So if it's an operand, it will get the operand. If it's a operator, it will get the operator, and we simply evaluate if it is an operator. Is operator is a method that determines whether it's a plus, minus, asterisk, or a slash for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Those are all the operations that this postfix evaluator does. So if it's an operator, if is operator, okay, then we will go to the stack, we will pop an integer value off, and we'll use it, assign it to op2. We'll pop a second one and assign it to op1. Okay? And then result is evaluate single operator token char at sub0 op1 op2. Okay? Evaluate single operator simply has a switch statement. If the operator is add, we add the two stored in result, subtract, multiplication, etc. That's all it does. And then we're going to push the result onto the stack as a new integer object. So Else, if it's not an operator, we're just going to simply push the integer onto the stack. So I've got quite a few breakpoints in this, so I'll be able to show you the stack in progress. And I'm also going to use this postfix equation. 7, 4 minus 3, asterisk 1, 5 plus. I might have to jump back and forth because I'm not good at remembering that many things at once, but we'll use that just like it was in the slide. So let's, no further ado, let's debug the file. First thing it asks us for is that postfix expression 7 space 4 space minus 3 asterisk 1 space 5 space plus. Okay, so I've correctly typed in the postfix expression, I think. 7, 4 minus 3, 1, 5. Yes. Now let's get started. Okay, so we're in that do while loop. We're going to step into the evaluator. If we look at the variables, okay, we can see the expression, the string. There it is. The entire thing is captured. Now we're going to parse this and determine if we have an operand or an operation. And remember what it does. If you have an operand, it pushes onto the top of the stack, pushes on the top of the stack. If you have an operation, it pops the last two elements off the stack, performs the operation, and pushes the result on. So let's we will step into this. So here we are. Okay, we have expression was passed the entire string. Okay. Oops. Okay. Step into this while loop. So what we have token equals parser.next. Step in, step out. So here's our stack. At this point in time, it's 0. Let's step in. Okay. Whoops. Here's our stack. It's size 0. We're going to push a new integer because that was not an operand. We're going to push new integer onto the stack. And there it is. There's our 7 pushed onto the stack. Okay. There's our 4 pushed onto the stack. There's our -3. So let's go back. Here we are. 7, 4, -3. Okay? There they are. Element 0, 1, and 2. The stack size is 3 right now. The top of the stack has a -3. We're going to hit an operation, asterisk. It will pop the -3 and the 4 off, multiply them, then push back on. Here we are. Okay, right now we pop the -3 off. Okay, -3 is in op2. We're about to pop the 4 off. There we are, the 4 is off. And if we look at our stack, the only element on the stack is the 7. Now we're going to execute the multiplication and push the -12 onto the stack. And if you continue to do this, you'll see there's the 1, there's the 5 on the stack. Then we're going to come to an operation, and we're going to pop the 1 and the 5 off, add them to 6, push the result on the stack. Okay, the stack has the 7, -12, and 6. 7, -12, oh, here it is, 7, -12, and 6. I will continue an operation. There's our 7 and our -2, and I will continue. If you recall, that slide didn't really do it. There's our -14, and our -14 is on the top of the stack. Return the result. So now we're back in postfix tester, and result holds the -14, and the rest is just simply the expression equals -14. I know that's a lot of moving parts. There's no way you're going to understand this by just watching this lecture. And as you know, as you probably have guessed, well, maybe some of you didn't have me for 122. The files, the Java files for this project will be in the Canvas timeline. Here's what I suggest. Right this second, stop, download them, put them into a package, run them, put the breakpoints in, and see what happens as you enter various postfix equations.